Hi, I'm Shalice Thorne, and I'm 29, single mother of 2 kids, and my existence from beginning until now has been a complete survival of the fittest. I'm not gonna lie. I've been through so much trauma. I've been through so much more than even possible, I swear to God. Um, well, along the way, I decided, I'm tired of being everyone's problem because of, my trauma and everything wrong with me, and I'm tired of being my own fucking trauma and problem. So, I decided to make this podcast about that because I finally hit a point where I was like, no, I'm not going to be like this. I'm going to figure my shit out. And I started healthy coping. And no therapist really helped me. Like, there was one therapist that did a pretty good job, but like, it's really the basic things that they tell me didn't help very much. I had to figure out ways on my own. So, this is about my own experiences, what's helped me with all of my problems, and hopefully it can help people along the way too. That's my goals here. So, first off, I'm diagnosed with, ADHD, ADT, bipolar 2 disorder, anxiety, PTSD really badly, OCD, and I have a weird, muscle clenching OCD, and I have Asperger's, which is a form of autism. So I will kind of go through a variety of, everything and that ways to cope with that. So my first one is going to be on sexual abuse, because I feel like a lot of people go with having sexual abuse and it's just like they live with it and they feel like they have no ways to cope, or they just have this pit in their stomach, and that sucks. So, when I was little, I had a lot of sexual abuse happen to me, for I don't know how long it was. It felt like a really long time. I want to say it was like a whole year before. Maybe it wasn't that long. But it would happen to me on the way to gymnastics practice. And that's gymnastics just became my life because of that. But when I lost gymnastics and I didn't have that coping, I felt like I lost everything. So, when I was little, on the way to gymnastics, the person giving me a ride would molest me every day on the way to gymnastics. And he would drag his hand up my leg and do it all. So I hate this leg. I hate people touching me. I hate being cuddled. I hate feelings sometimes. And it's been really, really hard to get through being single, or feel like I can give someone something that they need, because the whole time I'm like, why can't I find somebody? Why can I not find somebody for me? Well, it's not that. Right now it's me. It's I have to realize I have the trauma. The other people don't have the trauma that I'm enduring, and it is not their job to walk on nails. They should understand your trauma for sure, but they should not have to walk on nails constantly and deal with you not wanting to be touched, because that is like a love language, and somebody else needs that too. So if you're having a hard time being touched, I understand that, but you have to realize the other person needs that. So if that is something that is hard for you and that you're struggling with, maybe you need to take a step back. Enduring that is so much, to the point where when I was little, I didn't even wear girl clothes. I would not wear makeup for a while. I wore baggy shorts, big t-shirts, I did not want a man to look at me like, even though I was a kid, I just didn't want the boys to look at me, okay? Say that. That also made it into where I ended up having sex at too young of an age also, because but I had sex way too young, for sure. It was with a boy that I ended up being connected with for a couple of years after that. Had a really strong connection with him, and we did everything together. But then when he left, I felt like I lost myself and him, and everything in between, because that's the only thing I knew that was right. And so I lost myself really hard after all of that. I'd also just get flashes of being in like really small space, or just flashes of everything and little incidences, and it was really hard to block out my mind. And the first thing that you have to do is literally let it go. As much as people say that's stupid, you gotta let that shit go, because that is in the past, and it will rule you till this day if you let it. And you can't let it. Like, touch is a love language, and you have to breathe through that. You have to realize that someone's trying to care for you. They're trying to show you their way, that they love you, and it's okay. You gotta breathe. Another one is when I imagine it happening, I try to imagine like tying a string around it, cutting the string and watching it float away, and then it just being gone, and trying to just be in the present moment fully. Come back, feel the senses, feel the air, feel where you are, and then think about like 5 things that you just absolutely love about life, and that you just ground yourself so hard. That is so important. Otherwise, it will rule your whole day. It'll make everyone else's day shitty around you too, because nobody wants to deal with that. I promise you, nobody wants to deal with you when you're like that. Another one is letting yourself like go to a private place, all the sensory spots that bother you. Like, think about someone else doing it. Think about how it bothers you. Now let that go, and then think about comfort. Think about that just comfort feeling of someone doing that, and all you feel is comfort. Don't feel fear. Don't think about what you were thinking about before. Just feel. Fucking podcast in the car because the kids are in there, and it's the only quiet place to come sometimes. But just surround yourself. Try to deflect when you're feeling that way, and feed into it, and just like, I hate being touched. I hate being touched. I hate being touched. Just stop thinking about that you hate being touched, and just start thinking about comfort, and that you love it. You love the hug. You fake it till you make it. You fake it until you make it. You have to convince your mind that it is okay. It's okay to feel love, even though it is so hard sometimes. Another one is I like to take a walk when I start to have flashes, even if it's a 10-minute walk, 5-minute walk. Put your fucking headphones in. Feel the air, breathe. Listen to like one of your favorite songs. Listen to one of your favorite songs and just breathe. Walk back and exist, and be like, I am okay. I'm okay to exist. And for all you single people out there, being single is pretty fucking cool, and you can find some pretty fun things to do. So don't stress about that too much. I'm over here too. But I think that sums it up pretty good for podcast 1. I will be back tomorrow probably for another podcast. See you later, bitches. This is Happy Coping.